Alrighty guys, November 30th out here. Picked up another project I'm working on for a guy. He uses it to mow roads with. He just he likes to keep them trimmed up real close to the ground, and so he just uses this and whatnot, and it works pretty well for him. Doesn't have a whole lot of roads to mow, but he said last spring it started having a bad knock in it, and I went over and looked at it, and sure enough, it's got a pretty noticeable knock in it. But right now I'm out here trying to decide whether it's like a tappet or mowed camshaft lobe off, or if it's something deeper down in the engine. I'm thinking I might get it back in the shop and take that cover off, tappet cover off there, and or the lifter cover off, I think is what that is. I never had one of these motors apart before. And just see if there's anything I can see there. If can't see anything there, I'll take the oil pan off of it and pull some bearing caps off and see what it looks like. But here's kind of what it sounds like. There you can hear that tick 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 tick, that noise. And it sounds like it's coming from right in here. More on this side of the motor, and it gets to more of a deep thumping noise when you get it under load. That's why I was out here mowing a little bit of grass, because I'm trying to just decide where it's coming from. And it makes no difference whether the clutch is in or out, so. Can't hear it real well over the motor, but it does get louder. Anyway, that's what the next project's going to be around here. So I'll get in the shop and get it tore apart here. Alrighty, back here on the H. I gotta get a light after I need to change the lenses out in these things back to the clear lenses so I can do the shop work this winter. You can see crap. Come on. I think I can see what I'm doing. But anyway, we're going to pull the oil pan off of this thing and see what we got to work with. I took the valve cover off, checked the valves, and everything was still working like it was supposed to. All the valves, you know, not one of them was like real extremely loose or something. Started up and ran it, still had the noise. Don't move that, or I'm going to end up with bolts or tools in there. It wouldn't be the first time that's happened. It probably won't be the last. Let's see. It's hardly even tight, no wonder it leaks. The old cork gaskets kind of shrink together after a while. To that side. Normally I like to buy the roll of paper towels, but the farm store was out of the rolls of paper towels, so I had to buy the box of them. Should have made a video complaining about those paper towels. Seems like half the stuff on YouTube anymore is just people whining about something that really doesn't matter. Oops, that kind of hurt. But that's not what my channel's about, so I'm not going to do that. Just going to keep putting up farm videos, and if people like to watch, great. If they don't like to watch, that's great too. Just show equipment running and try to get people get a little bit of information about working on equipment. So, and that's what I like to watch in farm videos. So, yeah. If you have watched many of my repair videos, you notice I use this little 1/4-inch hex driver, Milwaukee Impact, all the time. I always thought if I ever had a reason to do some giveaway, you know, that warranted, you know, something a little more expensive in YouTube. These things come in a set with a charger, 2 batteries, and a drill also. About $200, but I always thought if I ever warranted something or did a giveaway, I'd give away one of these things because they're extremely handy. They're going to do one of two things right here. This oil pan, as soon as this bolt comes out, it's just going to flop down, or it's going to be stuck on there. I think I got all the bolts out, yeah. Hoping a bearing's just wore out or something, you know, we can, but of course you'd probably have to turn the crank because it's probably scarred the crank up, but you never know. So we will see what kind of a mess we got here. And we're going to get a pry bar. Pry bar. Turn that off because these glasses don't do very well with light shining right at them. These things ever quit, I wouldn't be too sad. I'd like to get a little better pair of glasses, something that doesn't. These seemed alright at the time, but some guys either are just really good at holding their head still, or their glasses compensate for it some. Oh, good grief. Do have all the bolts out, I think. Oh, they've had that off and silicone that on there. That would be why. Sometimes you can take these dead blow hammers and kind of smack it a little bit and get it to pop loose. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I must not even try to hold the thing because it ain't coming loose. things, you know, of course, I can't really tell until I took it apart, but they've got some wear, but that's just normal for something this old. And they didn't run that tight of clearances out of the factory. Oh, the bearings feel pretty tight. Get out of the way. Nothing terribly out of the ordinary. I've always wanted to try this. You could pressure feed the oil system from like an oil galley in the side and watch this stuff run, so it'd still have lubrication to it, but it'd probably splatter oil, just go everywhere, and you couldn't see a thing. So, well, I'll have to come back to you here and do a little more checking on that. Alright, here's what I came up with. There's actually a little bit of stuff in the bottom of the pan, some shrapnel, and just these little pieces of metal. A little piece of tin, real flexible. I think they are. I didn't think they were a minute ago, but I think they might be part of a bearing. So I'd pull a few bearing caps off and check them and see what things look like in there.